What will happen if I quit my job with no notice? I messaged my ex-manager earlier and quit my job at Starbucks. It was taking a huge toll on my mental health, and it was such a bitchy and toxic environment to work in. So I quit today so I can have a fresh start and try and sort myself out and just focus on me. I'm just wondering if anything can happen to me because of the way I've left. I sent her the message, but I daren't go back on WhatsApp to see her reply because my anxiety is through the roof about it. Nothing. Fill in the space on your resume with something else, like helping your family, or volunteer work. School. Don't say anything about ever working there, or fake the phone number. Who calls Starbucks anyway? In this day and age, if you didn't set the building in fire, no one is gonna care about a bad no notice Starbucks comment. Unless you signed a contract that says you have to give notice, then there is no law that says you can't quit on the spot. Not a damn thing. Nope. You are not a slave. I walked yesterday. Their words. Because apparently I was supposed to be bullied by a coworker, and of course it's my fault. The victim of this big mouth New Jersey bully. P.S. That's how they are. They are just direct. No, not all of them. For the record, my best friend is from New Jersey and she is very thoughtful. So anyway, long story short, I walked and I am glad. I will get myself together and try again in August. Catharsis. Panic. Then go on about life. Literally nothing on a long enough time frame, which is also nothing in this sliver of existence. Enjoy. I am going to go with no. But Google if your state is at will or right to work. Block her and move on. Work is not worth all this stress for you. You are an employee, not a slave. You forgot about the place forever and your mental health will improve. Just make sure they don't short your last check. They call your high school and it gets added to your permanent record, right next to that time you were tardy for class. Don't worry about it. The 2-week notice is a curiosity, normally reserved for companies you respect so they have time to fill in your position. It's like saying thank you to someone that opens the door. It's polite but not necessary. What sort of contract do you have? Mind you, I'm viewing this through a very Australian lens, but are you on a permanent contract? Or casual? Or whatever the equivalent is wherever you are. Because I know certain permanent contacts have financial penalties for leaving with no notice. Unless you are a doctor or a high-up IT guy, not a goddamn thing. Nothing. Starbucks will probably only confirm employment and won't give any details about how you left. If you have somebody you worked with that will give you a good reference, that's great, but if not, don't worry about it. I quit a toxic job with no notice because I had landed a better position, and it was and still is one of the best moves I've ever made. Nothing. End of story. How do people still not know it doesn't matter? They replaced you with some other poor soul and will do the same when they quit. They don't care about you. Why care about them? This is what I did a little over a year and a half ago after 15+ years. Sent an email resigning and left my keys at my desk. I found a low-stress job roughly a month later. I took a huge pay cut, initially 32%, but I've since gotten that up to 18% in the year and a half I've been at the new job. Wish I could have done it sooner. I think you can go to jail for that. Nothing. Really. You just may not be eligible for rehire. You shouldn't use them for a reference. You likely will feel better in time. I would just think of what I really did in that job that stressed me out, and not take a position like it again. Also, If your mental space doesn't get better after a few months and you have some access, you could consider reaching out to someone professional. Just doesn't let yourself get into a bad space. I wouldn't worry about it anymore. Starbucks, so it doesn't matter. Move on and do better for yourself. It doesn't matter. Nothing will happen except that you will not be able to use them as a reference in the future. Almost every one of my first 10 jobs I quit without notice and still used them as references. Never stopped me from getting another job.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.